In a bustling town filled with the noise of commerce and chatter lived a man named Leo. Despite his success in business, he felt a profound emptiness and anxiety he couldn't shake off. Each day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Leo's mind would fill with worries, replaying the day's events and dreading the uncertainties of tomorrow. The weight of expectations and the endless pursuit of success took a toll on his spirit, leaving him restless and weary. Leo's nights were long and sleepless. He would lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, his thoughts racing uncontrollably. The shadows of his room seemed to grow darker and more oppressive with each passing hour. The clock on his nightstand ticked away, a constant reminder of the hours slipping by without any respite. His heart would pound with anxiety, and his breath would become shallow, as if there was a heavy weight pressing on his chest. Our channel brings you soothing stories designed to help you relax, find tranquility, and drift into a restful sleep. Tune in for more serene stories and meditation sessions to immerse yourself in journeys of mindfulness and inner peace. In these quiet moments of his room, Leo's mind often drifted back to memories of his childhood, a time when life was simpler and worries were few. He remembered the comforting presence of his grandmother, who used to tell him stories about inner peace and contentment. She often spoke of the importance of finding balance and the power of a calm mind. But as Leo grew older, the demands of life had pushed those lessons to the back of his mind. One particularly restless night, with the moon casting silvery shadows across his room, Leo decided that he could no longer continue living this way. He needed to find a solution, a way to regain the peace he had lost. Sitting up in bed, he resolved to seek out the wisdom and clarity he so desperately needed. He had heard stories about a wise sage who lived in the mountains, known for providing profound wisdom and clarity to those in need. The very thought of seeking wisdom from such a figure brought a flicker of hope to his heart. Leo decided that he would find this sage and embarked on a journey to gain the guidance he desperately needed. The early morning sun began to rise as Leo prepared for his journey. He packed only the essentials, clothes, some provisions, and a small journal his grandmother had given him, filled with her stories. Before leaving, he informed his friends and family of his decision. Some were supportive, encouraging him to find peace, while others were skeptical, questioning the practicality of his quest. Despite their varied reactions, Leo's resolve remained unwavering. With each step out of his town, Leo felt a mix of excitement and apprehension. The bustling noise of the town gradually faded into the background as he ventured further into the countryside. The sights that had once been a blur now stood out: vendors haggling, children playing, and the constant hum of city life. The landscape began to change. The familiar crowded streets and busy markets slowly gave way to open fields and dense forests. Leo walked along narrow paths that meandered through lush meadows, the air filled with the sweet scent of wildflowers and the melodious songs of birds. These moments of tranquility provided a soothing balm for his troubled mind. The vibrant colors of the flowers and the peaceful whispers of the wind seemed to cleanse his soul, lightening the burden on his shoulders. The journey revealed nature's wonders daily. Leo marveled at the grace of a deer crossing his path, the gentle flow of a stream, and the play of light through the trees. Each encounter grounded him further, reminding him of the simplicity and beauty of life beyond the confines of his office and the hustle of the city streets. He experienced a renewed appreciation for the world around him, something he had lost touch with in his daily grind. Leo's journey continued, unfolding with each step a tapestry of vivid landscapes and profound encounters. As he walked through the lush countryside, the serenity of nature began to soothe his troubled mind. He found that the further he ventured, the more his anxiety and restlessness seemed to melt away. As he walked through a forest, dappled sunlight filtering through the canopy above, Leo encountered various people along the way. Some were fellow travelers, each with their own stories of seeking purpose or adventure. They shared tales of their journeys, offering words of encouragement and camaraderie. Leo found comfort in these interactions, feeling a sense of connection with those he met. He realized that he was not alone in his quest for peace and understanding. In one small village nestled by a gentle river, Leo was welcomed warmly by the inhabitants. The villagers provided him with food and shelter, their kindness touching his heart. He learned about their simple yet fulfilling lives, filled with hard work, community, and contentment. The villagers' stories of resilience and joy inspired Leo and reinforced his determination to find the sage. Leo occasionally joined the villagers in their daily routines. He helped a farmer tend to his fields, worked alongside a blacksmith in his shop, and assisted a baker in preparing bread. These simple tasks, far removed from his usual responsibilities, brought him a sense of accomplishment and gratitude. He realized there was joy in even the most mundane activities, a lesson he had forgotten in the chaos of his busy life. Finally, after days of travel, Leo arrived at the base of the mountain where the Buddhist monastery stood. The air was crisp and refreshing, filling his lungs with a sense of renewal. The landscape was breathtaking, with the monastery appearing as a serene sanctuary amidst the natural beauty. The simple yet elegant architecture blended harmoniously with the surroundings, creating an atmosphere of tranquility that seemed to wash over Leo, calming his restless mind. The monks of the monastery welcomed Leo with open arms. Their serene demeanor and gentle smiles put him at ease as they provided food, water, and a place to rest. Leo felt a deep sense of gratitude for their hospitality and kindness. During his way to meet the revered sage, Master Lin, Leo observed the monks' daily routines. Each task was performed with quiet grace and mindfulness, embodying the very principles of inner peace he sought. As Leo immersed himself in the serene atmosphere of the monastery, he found his mind beginning to settle. The sense of tranquility that permeated the monastery began to seep into his soul, helping him find the calm and clarity he had longed for. He realized that the journey itself had already started to transform him, bringing him closer to the inner peace he desperately needed. Leo's journey began at dawn, as the first light of day broke over the horizon. The crisp morning air filled his lungs with a sense of renewal, and he walked along winding paths that led him out of the bustling town and into the peaceful countryside. The change in scenery was dramatic. Gone were the sounds of clattering carts and bustling marketplaces, replaced by the gentle whispers of nature. As Leo ventured further away from the town, he began to notice the subtle beauty around him. The vibrant colors of wildflowers, the soothing sound of bird song, and the gentle breeze that brushed against his face. All these moments of tranquility provided a soothing balm for his troubled mind. The further he walked, the lighter his heart felt. The path through the forest was both enchanting and challenging. Near ancient trees with thick canopies provided a cool respite from the sun, while the air was fresh and fragrant with the scent of pine and wildflowers. Leo felt a sense of peace envelop him as he took deep breaths, feeling his worries begin to lift with each step. The forest was alive with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves, creating a symphony that soothed his soul. However, the journey was not without its obstacles. There were moments when the trail became steep and rocky, testing Leo's endurance, but with each challenge he found a way to persevere. He climbed hills and crossed streams, each obstacle reminding him of his determination to find peace. Leo's journey was as much about the internal battle as it was the physical one. Overcoming these hurdles gave him a sense of accomplishment, knowing he was growing stronger in both body and mind. During his travels, Leo encountered various people along the way. Some were fellow travelers, each with their own stories of seeking purpose or adventure. They shared tales of their journeys, offering words of encouragement and camaraderie. Leo found comfort in these interactions, feeling a sense of connection with those he met. These conversations were filled with wisdom and inspiration, as each traveler had a unique perspective on life and its challenges. In the evenings, Leo would find a quiet spot to rest. He would sit by a campfire, watching the flames dance and flicker in the night. These quiet moments allowed him to reflect on his journey and the lessons he had already begun to learn. He thought about the parables his grandmother used to tell him, and how they seemed to resonate more deeply now. The stars above twinkled like 1,000 eyes, watching over him as he slept, providing a sense of comfort and protection. Leo's journey continued, and as the days passed, he found himself exploring a variety of landscapes. The lush meadows, rocky terrains, and serene lakes each offered their own unique beauty, enriching his experience. With each new scene, Leo gained new insights and moments of clarity. He learned to appreciate the beauty in small things: a blooming flower, the song of a bird, the gentle flow of a brook. These moments became the anchors of his journey, grounding him in the present and alleviating his anxieties. One day, as Leo trekked through a valley, he stumbled upon a quaint little village. The village, with its modest homes and cobblestone streets, seemed to be untouched by the swirling chaos of the outside world. The villagers welcomed him with open arms, their faces lighting up with warm smiles as they invited him to share a meal. They spoke to him about their simple yet fulfilling lives, filled with hard work, community, and contentment. Leo was struck by their genuine hospitality and the tranquility that enveloped their village. The villagers' stories of resilience and joy inspired Leo and reinforced his determination to find the sage. He spent a few days in the village, helping with daily chores and immersing himself in their way of life. Leo helped a farmer tend to his fields, repaired a fence with a carpenter, and even learned how to bake bread with the village baker. These tasks, though simple, brought him a deep sense of accomplishment and joy. He realized that there was beauty in the simplicity of life, a lesson he had forgotten in his relentless pursuit of success. Each morning, Leo would rise with the sun and continue his journey, filled with renewed hope and determination. The path ahead was often challenging, with steep inclines and narrow passages, but Leo remained steadfast. The thought of finding peace and clarity kept him going, even when the journey seemed arduous. He drew strength from the villagers' stories of resilience and the lessons he had learned from their simple, fulfilling lives. Out in the open wilderness, Leo found himself more in tune with nature. He would sit by a stream, listening to the gentle babble of water over stones, or lie in a meadow, watching the clouds drift lazily across the sky. These tranquil moments provided him with a sense of peace he had long forgotten. He began to understand that inner calm was not something to be sought externally, but something that could be cultivated within. As he journeyed further, Leo encountered various travelers on similar quests. Some were pilgrims, seeking enlightenment, while others were adventurers in search of new experiences. They shared their wisdom and experiences, each story adding layers of understanding and compassion to Leo's journey. He learned about different cultures, customs, and ways of life, broadening his perspective and deepening his empathy. As Leo approached the mountain where the monastery stood, the air grew cooler and the landscape became more rugged. The journey up the mountain was challenging, but Leo pressed on, driven by the hope of finding the sage and the wisdom he sought. He felt a deep connection to the land, as if the mountain itself was guiding him towards his goal. The path to the monastery was lined with ancient trees, their gnarled roots twisting through the soil. Each step brought Leo closer to his destination, and he felt a growing sense of anticipation and reverence. The mountain, with its towering peaks and serene valleys, seemed to emanate a quiet strength that bolstered his resolve. At last, Leo reached the monastery. The simple yet elegant structure blended harmoniously with its natural surroundings, creating an atmosphere of tranquility that immediately put him at ease. The monks welcomed him warmly, their serene demeanor and gentle smiles providing the comfort and reassurance he needed. They offered Leo food, water, and a place to rest, and told him that Master Lin would see him soon. As he waited, Leo observed the monks going about their daily routines, each task performed with quiet grace and mindfulness. Their every action seemed to be an expression of inner peace, further inspiring Leo on his quest. During his stay at the monastery, Leo spent his days in quiet reflection. He participated in the monks' daily rituals, immersing himself in the serene atmosphere. The sense of tranquility that permeated the monastery began to seep into his soul, helping him find the calm and clarity he had longed for. Leo found particular solace in a small garden within the monastery grounds. The garden was a place of beauty and peace, with vibrant flowers, carefully tended plants, and a gently bubbling fountain. Leo would sit by the fountain, listening to the soothing sound of water, and feel his worries dissolve. The garden became his sanctuary, a place where he could connect with his thoughts and reflect on his journey. As Leo waited to meet Master Lin, he realized that the journey itself had already begun to transform him. He felt a sense of inner calm and clarity that he hadn't experienced in years. The path to understanding and peace was becoming clearer, and Leo felt ready to embrace the wisdom that awaited him. The mountain breeze carried the faint sound of temple bells, a gentle reminder of the location's serene beauty. Leo savored each moment, knowing that every experience, every step, and every challenge had brought him closer to this point. As he prepared to meet Master Lin, Leo felt a blend of excitement and reverence, ready to receive the wisdom that would illuminate his path. After a couple of days at the monastery, Leo was called to meet Master Lin. The sage's wisdom was renowned far and wide, and Leo's heart raced with anticipation. The meeting took place in a small, serene room, adorned with simple yet beautiful decorations. Master Lin sat calmly, his presence exuding a profound sense of peace. Leo bowed respectfully and introduced himself. Master Lin, I am Leo. I have traveled far to seek your guidance. Despite my success in life, I find myself plagued with anxiety and an emptiness I cannot shake off. I wish to find inner peace and clarity. Master Lin smiled gently and gestured for Leo to sit. Leo, you have taken the first step by seeking wisdom. Your journey begins with understanding the stories within you. Let me share a story with you, one that may illuminate your path. With a calming voice, Master Lin began his tale. Many years ago, there was a village plagued by a dreadful drought. The villagers, consumed with fear and despair, argued endlessly over ways to find water. Among them was a young man named Ryo, who decided to seek wisdom from an old hermit living on the outskirts. As Ryo journeyed to the hermit, faced with the uncertainty and despair of his village, he felt the weight of his responsibility. Upon reaching the hermit, he asked, "Wise hermit, my village is in dire need. What can we do to find water and save our crops?" The hermit, with a calm demeanor, replied with a story of his own. There once was a river that never ran dry. The river flowed through seasons of abundance and scarcity, always providing for the land and its people. When asked how it stayed so resilient, the river answered, "I remain patient and still, flowing without resistance. Obstacles may come, but I adjust and find my way around them." Master Lin paused, allowing the weight of the story to sink in. The river represents inner peace and resilience, Leo. Like the river, we must remain patient, adjust to obstacles, and flow with life rather than resist it. Leo listened intently, absorbing the wisdom of the tale. He felt a sense of clarity beginning to form within him. "Thank you, Master Lin. I understand that true peace comes from within, and that I must embrace patience and adaptability." Master Lin nodded and continued, "Leo, let me share another story with you, a parable that can provide further insight. In a distant kingdom, there lived a wise sage who was renowned for his ability to calm troubled minds. People from all walks of life would come to him with their problems, seeking solace and guidance. One day, a wealthy merchant approached the sage, overwhelmed by the pressure of his business and the burden of his wealth. The sage invited the merchant to sit by a pond and observe the water. As they sat together, the sage gently threw a pebble into the pond, creating ripples that spread across the surface. "Do you see how the water reacts to the pebble?" asked the sage. The merchant nodded, watching the ripples fade and the pond return to its stillness. The pond represents your mind, the sage continued. Life will always throw pebbles at you, challenges and obstacles. But if you remain calm and allow the ripples to settle, your mind will return to its natural state of peace. The lesson resonated deeply with Leo. He realized that he had been allowing the pebbles of life to disturb his inner peace instead of letting the ripples settle. Master Lin, I see that I need to cultivate patience and let go of my constant worries. How can I practice this in my daily life? Master Lin smiled and said, Mindfulness is the key, Leo. By being present in each moment and embracing silence, you can begin to let go of unnecessary worries. The sage then guided Leo through a mindfulness exercise, helping him focus on his breath and the sensations of the present moment. Leo felt a profound sense of calm wash over him, as if the weight of his anxieties was being lifted away. We must practice silence and mindfulness every day, no matter how busy our lives become. It is in these moments of stillness that we find clarity and peace. The parable and the mindfulness exercise brought Leo a sense of clarity he had never experienced before. He felt a connection to the stories and the wisdom they contained, realizing that true peace was a state of mind that could be cultivated with practice. Leo spent more time with Master Lin, learning various techniques to embrace mindfulness and silence. They discussed the importance of living in the present moment and letting go of past regrets and future anxieties. Leo participated in meditation sessions with the monks, practicing deep breathing and focusing on the present. Gradually, Leo began to notice changes within himself. His mind felt lighter, his thoughts more organized. The constant racing thoughts and anxiety that once plagued him were now replaced by a sense of calm and clarity. He realized that the journey to inner peace was not a destination, but a continuous process of mindful living. Leo's transformation continued as he deepened his practice of mindfulness and silence. He spent hours in quiet contemplation, his mind growing clearer with each passing day. The lessons from Master Lin and the monks began to take root, allowing him to cultivate a sense of inner peace he had never known before. One evening, as the sun set behind the mountains, casting a golden glow over the monastery, Leo sat by the garden's fountain. The gentle sound of water and the soft rustling of leaves created a serene atmosphere. Master Lin approached and sat beside him, a knowing smile on his face. Leo, you have made remarkable progress in your journey towards inner peace, Master Lin said warmly. The parables and teachings you have embraced are just the beginning. True wisdom comes from within, and by practicing mindfulness and silence, you are uncovering that wisdom. Leo nodded, feeling a deep sense of gratitude for the guidance he had received. Master Lin, I have learned so much from you and the monks. I feel a profound sense of calm and clarity. How can I maintain this inner peace when I return to my town and face the challenges of daily life? Master Lin's eyes twinkled with compassion. Leo, the path to inner peace is a journey, not a destination. The lessons you have learned here will continue to guide you, but it is essential to practice mindfulness and silence every day. Embrace the present moment. Let go of what you cannot control and find joy in simple things. Leo listened intently, absorbing every word. He realized that maintaining inner peace required continuous effort and dedication. The journey he had undertaken was just the beginning, and he felt ready to apply the wisdom he had gained to his daily life. As the days passed, Leo prepared for his return to the town. He knew that the bustling environment and the pressures of his business would challenge his newfound calm. However, he felt confident that with the practices of mindfulness and silence, he could navigate these challenges with grace. On the morning of his departure, Leo gathered his belongings and bid farewell to the monks. They embraced him warmly, their serene expressions a testament to the peace they had helped him find. Master Lin walked with Leo to the edge of the monastery grounds, offering final words of wisdom. Remember, Leo, that inner peace is a state of mind. It is within you, and you have the power to cultivate it every day. The lessons you have learned here are your tools. Use them wisely, and you will continue to grow. Leo bowed deeply, his heart full of gratitude. Thank you, Master Lin. I will carry your teachings with me always. With a sense of calm and purpose, Leo began his journey back to the town. He felt a profound connection to the wisdom he had gained and the inner peace he had cultivated. The road ahead was clear, and he knew that with mindfulness and silence, he could face any challenge that came his way. After his transformative sessions with Master Lin, Leo found solace in the monastery's serene environment. One peaceful afternoon, Master Lin approached Leo as he sat by the garden's fountain. His face reflecting a wisdom that had guided many before, Leo felt an inexplicable sense of calm as he prepared to listen to another parable. Leo, Master Lin began, let me share with you a story that may bring further understanding to your journey. In a small village nestled beside a serene river lived a carpenter named Hans. Hans was known for his exceptional craftsmanship and his ability to find beauty in even the simplest of materials. One day, a severe storm hit the village, flooding the river and bringing chaos to the community. The villagers were frightened and distressed, unsure of how to cope with the destruction. Hans, seeing the despair around him, decided to seek guidance from a wise elder who lived at the edge of the village. The elder welcomed him with a gentle smile and asked what troubled him. "Elder," Hans began, "our village is in turmoil. The storm has left us in ruin, and the people are consumed with fear and sadness. How can we find peace and rebuild our lives?" The elder listened intently, then shared a story of his own. Once there was a magnificent tree that stood tall and strong for centuries. It provided shelter to countless creatures, and its branches swayed gracefully in the wind. One day, a fierce storm struck, uprooting the tree and leaving it shattered on the ground. The creatures mourned the loss, but among them was a tiny seed that had fallen from the tree. It lay in the soil unnoticed until the storm passed. Over time, the seed began to sprout and a new tree emerged, growing stronger and more resilient than before. The elder paused, letting the story sink in. The storm may have uprooted the old tree, but it also planted the seeds of new beginnings. In the same way, the challenges we face can help us grow stronger if we remain patient and resilient. Hans thanked the elder for his wisdom and returned to the village with a renewed sense of purpose. He began to rebuild his workshop, and soon his enthusiasm spread to the other villagers. They worked together, finding solace in their shared efforts and the promise of new beginnings. As the village flourished once again, Hans remembered the elder's words and carried the lesson of resilience with him always. Master Lin's eyes sparkled with the wisdom of the tale. Leo, the story of Hans and the elder teaches us that life's challenges can be the seeds of growth and transformation. By embracing resilience and patience, you too can find strength in adversity. Leo felt a deep sense of clarity and inspiration from the story. He realized that the wisdom he had gained from Master Lin and the monks would guide him on his journey, helping him to cultivate inner peace and resilience. Leo listened intently to Master Lin's story, his heart swelling with inspiration. He realized that just like the villagers, he too could find strength in adversity and foster new beginnings from his challenges. Master Lin continued, seeing the reflection of understanding in Leo's eyes. Hans and the elder's story is a reminder that change and growth often come from the most unexpected places. Resilience is born in the face of hardship, and true strength lies in our ability to adapt and grow. Leo expressed his gratitude to Master Lin and the monks for their hospitality and profound teachings. With a heart full of newfound wisdom, he was ready to return to his town and implement the lessons he had learned. As Leo began his descent from the tranquil monastery, he felt a sense of clarity he hadn't experienced in years. The journey back to his town was rich with reflection on the teachings he had received from Master Lin. Each step was imbued with a newfound mindfulness as Leo embraced the harmony and beauty around him. While walking through familiar landscapes, Leo no longer saw them as mere routes to a destination, but as beautiful parts of his journey. The forest trees seemed more vibrant, the birds' songs more melodious, and even the rustling leaves seemed to whisper wisdom. He allowed each sight and sound to imprint on his mind, creating memories filled with peace and serenity. Upon reaching the valley, Leo paused to take in the view of his town. The simplicity and sense of community there had embraced him during his journey. He remembered the stories shared by travelers, the kindness of strangers, and the bonds formed through shared experiences. These reflections filled his heart with gratitude and reinforced his commitment to practicing mindfulness in every moment. Returning home, Leo immediately noticed the stark contrast between the hectic pace of his town and the serene journey he had undertaken. Determined to maintain his newfound inner calm, Leo began to integrate the practices of mindfulness and silence into his daily life. Leo started each day with a simple meditation exercise taught by Master Lin. In a quiet corner of his house, he would sit with his eyes closed, focusing on his breath. Inhaling deeply, he felt the air fill his lungs, grounding him in the present moment. Exhaling slowly, he released his worries, allowing his mind to settle. At work, Leo found ways to incorporate mindfulness. He would pause between tasks, taking a few moments to breathe and refocus. Instead of rushing through his to-do list, he approached each task with deliberate attention. Finding satisfaction in the process, he reduced his stress and enhanced his productivity. Each evening before going to bed, Leo would reflect on his day, practicing gratitude by noting 3 things he was thankful for. This practice helped him reframe his experiences, focusing on the positive aspects of his life. Over time, Leo noticed his anxiety lessened and he found joy in the small, everyday moments he had previously overlooked. As Leo embraced his daily practices of mindfulness and gratitude, a noticeable transformation began to take place within him. His friends and family saw the changes in him, how he smiled more, worried less, and approached life with a calm presence. They were curious about the newfound peace that seemed to radiate from Leo, and many sought his advice on finding their own path to tranquility. One evening, Leo's old friend Mark visited him. Mark had always been a hard worker, but often felt overwhelmed by the pressures of his job. He confided in Leo about his struggles with sleepless nights and constant stress. Leo invited Mark to sit with him in the garden. The sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow over the flowers. "Mark," Leo began, "I've been where you are now. The key is to find moments of stillness and embrace mindfulness." Leo then guided Mark through a simple breathing exercise. They sat quietly, focusing on their breaths, inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly. As Mark practiced, he began to feel a sense of calm wash over him, just as Leo had experienced at the monastery. Leo shared the mindful breathing exercise and encouraged Mark to practice it daily. Mark listened intently, grateful for Leo's guidance. Over time, as Mark adopted these practices, he began to notice changes in his own life. His mind felt clearer, his stress levels decreased, and he found a sense of inner peace that he had long been searching for. Leo's journey towards mindfulness and inner peace continued each day. He cultivated an open heart and a peaceful mind, always remembering the parables and teachings of Master Lin. He found joy in the present moment and let go of past regrets and future anxieties. 1 year after his visit to the monastery, Leo decided to return and express his gratitude. He made the journey back through the familiar forests and valleys, feeling a sense of homecoming. Upon arrival, he was greeted warmly by the monks and Master Lin. Leo shared the stories of his transformation, the lessons he had applied, and the peace he had found. Master Lin listened with a serene smile, his eyes twinkling with approval. "Leo, you have embraced the path of mindfulness and silence with grace. Continue to walk this path, and you will always find peace within you." As Leo left the monastery, he was filled with a profound sense of fulfillment and purpose. He knew that life's challenges would always be there, but with the lessons of patience, resilience, and mindfulness, he could navigate them with a calm and peaceful heart. Leo's journey reminded him that true peace comes from within, and that by embracing the present moment, he could find joy and contentment in everyday life. The wisdom he had gained guided him, lighting his path and helping him face whatever challenges lay ahead. Returning from the monastery, Leo felt a surge of calm and clarity. He knew integrating the teachings of Master Lin and the monks into his daily life was essential. Leo began each day with a simple meditation exercise. In the quiet of his room, he would close his eyes, focus on his breath, and let the calm wash over him. Inhaling deeply, he felt the air fill his lungs, grounding him in the present. Exhaling slowly, he released his worries and allowed his mind to settle. At his workplace, Leo found ways to incorporate mindfulness. He would pause between tasks, taking a few moments to breathe deeply and refocus. Instead of rushing through his to-do list, Leo approached each task with deliberate attention. He found satisfaction in the process rather than just the outcome. This new perspective reduced his stress and enhanced his productivity, allowing him to tackle his responsibilities with a calm and composed demeanor. Leo also practiced gratitude daily, another key lesson from the monastery. Each evening before going to bed, he would reflect on 3 things he was grateful for that day. This simple practice helped him reframe his experiences, focusing on the positive aspects of life. Over time, Leo noticed his anxiety lessened as he found joy in the small, everyday moments that he had previously overlooked. Leo's newfound tranquility did not go unnoticed by his friends and family. They saw the change in him, how he smiled more, worried less, and approached life with a calm presence. Inspired by his transformation, many of them sought his advice on finding peace and mindfulness. One evening, Leo's old friend Mark visited him. Mark had always been a hard worker, but often felt overwhelmed by the pressures of his job. He confided in Leo about his struggles with sleepless nights and constant stress. Leo invited Mark to sit with him in the garden. The sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow over the flowers. "Mark," Leo began, "I've been where you are now. The key is to find moments of stillness and embrace mindfulness." Guided by Leo, Mark practiced a simple breathing exercise. Focusing on each inhale and exhale, Mark began to feel a sense of calm wash over him, just as Leo had experienced at the monastery. Leo encouraged Mark to practice this daily, assuring him that these moments of mindfulness would bring clarity and peace. As weeks passed, Leo observed Mark's growth. Mark's anxiety diminished, his stress levels balanced, and he found joy in the present moment. It was clear that the teachings of Master Lin had a profound impact not only on Leo, but also on those around him. Continuing this journey of mindfulness, Leo realized the importance of community in strengthening his practice. Small groups in his town began to gather, sharing stories, meditating together, and supporting each other's journeys towards inner peace. These gatherings strengthened the bonds within the community and spread the ripple effect of mindfulness and compassion. Leo's commitment to mindfulness grew stronger with every passing day. He found that sharing his journey with others not only reinforced his own practice, but also inspired those around him to seek their own paths to tranquility. Leo organized regular mindfulness workshops in his town, where people could gather to meditate, share experiences, and support each other. These gatherings became a beacon of peace in the bustling town, fostering a sense of community and connection. During one such workshop, a young woman named Maya approached Leo. She shared her struggles with anxiety and how it affected her daily life. Leo listened with empathy and guided her through several mindfulness exercises, much like Master Lin had done for him. He emphasized the importance of being present in each moment and gently letting go of worries about the past and future. Over the weeks, Maya began to notice positive changes in her life. Her anxiety started to fade, and she found joy in simple activities she had once overlooked. Maya's journey was a testament to the transformative power of mindfulness, and she became an active participant in the workshops, inspiring others with her story. Leo's transformation was not limited to his personal growth. It extended to his professional life as well. At work, he introduced mindfulness practices to his colleagues, encouraging them to take short breaks to breathe and reflect. These practices led to a more positive and productive work environment, as everyone began to appreciate the value of mindfulness in managing stress and enhancing focus. Leo's business prospered, not just because of his dedication and hard work, but also because of the positive atmosphere he fostered. Clients and partners noticed the calm and composed demeanor with which he approached challenges, which inspired confidence and trust. Leo's mindfulness practice had not only brought him inner peace, but also positively impacted those around him. One day, Leo received a letter from Master Lin, who had heard about the positive changes Leo had brought to his town. The letter expressed pride and joy in Leo's journey, and his ability to share the teachings with others. Master Lin wrote, "Leo, you have become a beacon of peace and resilience. Continue to walk this path and guide others towards inner calm, for true wisdom lies in the journey within." Leo felt a deep sense of gratitude and responsibility. He realized that his journey was not just about finding his own peace, but also about helping others discover the path to mindfulness and tranquility. He continued to lead workshops and practice mindfulness daily, always remembering the teachings of Master Lin and the monks. The ripple effect of Leo's mindfulness practice spread throughout the town. More people began to embrace mindfulness, finding peace in their lives and fostering a supportive community. The town transformed into a place where people valued presence, patience, and compassion. As the months went by, Leo's dedication to mindfulness continued to bear fruit. The town blossomed with a newfound sense of peace and community. Leo's workshops became a regular and cherished part of life, drawing people from neighboring towns as well. The practice of mindfulness and gratitude spread, creating a ripple effect of calm and compassion. One day, while leading a mindfulness session in the town square, Leo noticed an elderly man sitting quietly at the edge of the gathering. After the session, the man approached Leo with a twinkle in his eye. "Young man," he began, "I have heard much about you and your journey. It is heartening to see the impact your practice has had on this community." The man's name was Arjun, a retired school teacher who had devoted his life to educating children in the town. Arjun shared his own experiences with mindfulness, telling Leo about the importance of staying present and finding joy in teaching. Their conversation flowed effortlessly, and Leo found himself learning as much from Arjun as he had from Master Lin. The exchange with Arjun deepened Leo's understanding of mindfulness. He realized that the practice was not just about finding inner peace, but also about connecting with others and creating a supportive environment. Leo began to incorporate insights from his conversations into his workshops, enriching the experience for everyone involved. As Leo's workshops grew, he saw the positive impact they had on the community. People who had once been burdened by stress and anxiety found solace in the practices of meditation and gratitude. Families reconnected, friends supported each other, and the town thrived with a spirit of unity and compassion. To celebrate the community's progress, Leo and the townspeople organized a mindfulness festival. The festival featured meditation sessions, workshops on gratitude and mindful living, and storytelling circles where people shared their journeys. The event brought the entire town together, fostering a sense of harmony and collective growth. During the festival, Leo took a moment to reflect on his own journey. He remembered the sleepless nights and the constant anxiety that had once plagued him. Now he felt a profound sense of fulfillment and purpose. The teachings of Master Lin and the monks had not only transformed his own life, but had also created a positive ripple effect in his community. As the festival came to a close, Leo addressed the gathered crowd. "Thank you all for your commitment to mindfulness and gratitude. Together we have created a community of peace and compassion. Remember that the journey to inner peace is ongoing, and by practicing mindfulness daily, we can continue to grow and support each other. The crowd erupted in applause, their faces glowing with joy and appreciation. Leo felt a deep sense of connection with each person present, knowing that they were all part of a greater journey towards inner peace. Upon returning home that evening, Leo sat quietly in his garden, the soft glow of the festival lights still lingering in his mind. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and exhaled slowly, feeling the calm wash over him. The journey to inner peace was never ending, but with mindfulness and gratitude, Leo knew he was well equipped to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Leo continued to embrace mindfulness and gratitude in his daily life, finding new ways to incorporate these practices into his routine. He noticed that his once racing thoughts were now more focused, and his sense of inner peace had grown even stronger. The teachings of Master Lin and the monks had truly transformed him, and he was determined to help others find the same peace. One evening, as Leo sat in his garden, he reflected on his journey and the positive impact it had on his community. He realized that the key to maintaining inner peace was to keep learning and practicing mindfulness every day. Leo decided to deepen his understanding of different mindfulness techniques and started reading books on the subject, attending seminars, and engaging with other practitioners. As Leo's knowledge expanded, he began to integrate new techniques into his workshops. He introduced practices such as loving-kindness meditation, body scan meditation, and mindful walking. These new techniques enriched the experience for the participants, helping them explore different aspects of mindfulness and deepen their practice. Leo also started a mindfulness mentorship program where he provided one-on-one guidance to individuals seeking to cultivate inner peace. He worked closely with each participant, tailoring the practices to their unique needs and challenges. The mentorship program became a valuable resource for the community, offering personalized support and encouragement. One day, Leo received a letter from a young woman named Anya, who had attended one of his workshops. She wrote about her struggles with anxiety and how mindfulness had helped her find a sense of calm and clarity. Anya expressed her gratitude for Leo's guidance and shared her aspiration to help others by becoming a mindfulness teacher herself. Leo felt a deep sense of fulfillment reading Anya's letter. He realized that the ripple effect of mindfulness was spreading even further than he had imagined. Encouraged by this, Leo continued to support and mentor individuals like Anya, helping them find their own paths to inner peace. As the years passed, Leo's town became a renowned center for mindfulness and well-being. People from all over traveled to attend his workshops and experience the sense of community and support that had been cultivated. The town thrived not just economically, but also in terms of the well-being and happiness of its residents. Leo's journey had come full circle. He had started as a man plagued by anxiety and emptiness, and now he stood as a beacon of peace and resilience. He knew that the path to inner peace was a continuous journey, one that required ongoing practice and dedication. But with the support of his community and the wisdom he had gained, Leo felt ready to face any challenge that came his way. Leo continued to embrace mindfulness and gratitude in his daily life, finding new ways to incorporate these practices into his routine. He noticed that his once racing thoughts were now more focused, and his sense of inner peace had grown even stronger. The teachings of Master Lin and the monks had truly transformed him, and he was determined to help others find the same peace. One evening, as Leo sat in his garden, he reflected on his journey and the positive impact it had on his community. He realized that the key to maintaining inner peace was to keep learning and practicing mindfulness every day. Leo decided to deepen his understanding of different mindfulness techniques and started reading books on the subject, attending seminars, and engaging with other practitioners. As Leo's knowledge expanded, he began to integrate new techniques into his workshops. He introduced practices such as loving-kindness meditation, body scan meditation, and mindful walking. These new techniques enrich the experience for the participants, helping them explore different aspects of mindfulness and deepen their practice. Leo also started a mindfulness mentorship program where he provided one-on-one guidance to individuals seeking to cultivate inner peace. He worked closely with each participant, tailoring the practices to their unique needs and challenges. The mentorship program became a valuable resource for the community, offering personalized support and encouragement. One day, Leo received a letter from a young woman named Anya, who had attended one of his workshops. She wrote about her struggles with anxiety and how mindfulness had helped her find a sense of calm and clarity. Anya expressed her gratitude for Leo's guidance and shared her aspiration to help others by becoming a mindfulness teacher herself. Leo felt a deep sense of fulfillment reading Anya's letter. He realized that the ripple effect of mindfulness was spreading even further than he had imagined. Encouraged by this, Leo continued to support and mentor individuals like Anya, helping them find their own paths to inner peace. As the years passed, Leo's town became a renowned center for mindfulness and well-being. People from all over traveled to attend his workshops and experience the sense of community and support that had been cultivated. The town thrived, not just economically, but also in terms of the well-being and happiness of its residents. Leo's journey had come full circle. He had started as a man plagued by anxiety and emptiness, and now he stood as a beacon of peace and resilience. He knew that the path to inner peace was a continuous journey, one that required ongoing practice and dedication. But with the support of his community and the wisdom he had gained, Leo felt ready to face any challenge that came his way. Leo's commitment to mindfulness and his dedication to sharing its benefits brought a profound sense of purpose to his life. The town's transformation into a center of well-being was a testament to the power of collective practice and support. Leo continued to mentor individuals, guiding them in their journeys towards inner peace. One quiet afternoon, as Leo was tending to his garden, he received a visit from Sarah, a woman who had been attending his workshops for several months. Sarah had struggled with chronic stress and insomnia, but through mindfulness, she had found significant relief. "Leo," Sarah began, "your teachings have been life-changing for me. I'm now able to sleep peacefully and handle daily stress with a calm mind. I'd like to give something back to this wonderful community. How can I contribute?" Leo smiled warmly, appreciating Sarah's desire to help others. "Sarah, your journey is an inspiration. One way you can contribute is by leading mindfulness sessions in your neighborhood. Share your experiences and techniques with others who may benefit from them." Sarah embraced the idea wholeheartedly. She started organizing small gatherings in her home, where she taught mindfulness practices and shared her journey with stress relief. The sessions quickly grew in popularity, and Sarah found joy in helping others find peace and clarity. The success of Sarah's sessions further demonstrated the ripple effect of mindfulness. More people in the town were inspired to take part in similar initiatives, creating a network of support and compassion. The town's atmosphere became one of unity and well-being, powered by the collective effort of its residents. Leo continued his own practice of mindfulness, always seeking new ways to deepen his understanding and enhance his workshops. He attended seminars, read extensively on mindfulness and meditation, and engaged with other practitioners. These experiences enriched his knowledge and allowed him to bring fresh insights into his sessions. One day, Leo decided to organize a retreat at the monastery where his journey had first begun. He communicated with Master Lin, who welcomed the idea with open arms. The retreat was designed to provide participants with an immersive experience in mindfulness and meditation, under the guidance of Master Lin and the monks. The retreat was a resounding success. Participants spent several days in the peaceful monastery, practicing mindfulness, meditation, and reflecting on their inner journeys. Master Lin's wisdom and the serene environment provided a perfect backdrop for deepening their practices. Leo felt immense gratitude for the opportunity to share this transformative experience with others. Upon returning from the retreat, Leo noticed a renewed sense of clarity in himself and the participants. The experience had reinforced the importance of continuous practice and the value of a supportive community. Leo's commitment to mindfulness was stronger than ever, and he continued to inspire and guide others on their journeys. Leo's story became a beacon of hope and inspiration, reminding everyone that inner peace is attainable through mindful living. The town flourished with a spirit of compassion, unity, and resilience. The teachings of Master Lin lived on, not just through Leo but through every person who embraced mindfulness and shared it with others. As Leo sat in his garden one evening, surrounded by the tranquility he had cultivated, he reflected on his journey. He realized that the path to inner peace was not a solitary endeavor, but a shared journey of growth, learning, and connection. As Leo continued to foster mindfulness within his community, the town radiated with a renewed sense of purpose and unity. The mindfulness practices, teachings, and workshops had become a way of life, impacting every aspect of the community's well-being. Leo's mentorship steadily turned into a collective commitment to inner peace and well-being. One day, Leo decided to visit a nearby village where he heard people were facing similar challenges of stress and anxiety. He arranged a workshop to share the calming practices he had mastered. The villagers were eager to learn and embrace the mindfulness techniques wholeheartedly. Weeks later, Leo received heartwarming letters from some villagers. They wrote about the remarkable changes in their lives, how the mindfulness practices had brought them a sense of calm and clarity they hadn't experienced before. Children who were once restless and anxious found joy in simple activities. Elders burdened by years of worries learned to let go and find peace in the present moment. Leo continued to visit nearby villages, spreading the teachings far and wide. Each journey enriched his own practice and deepened his understanding of mindfulness. His travels allowed him to witness the profound impact of these simple practices on people's lives. He saw communities flourish, children smile, and families come together with a sense of harmony and compassion. Back in his town, Leo's efforts were recognized and appreciated. The community decided to create a mindfulness center dedicated to promoting well-being and inner peace. The center became a hub for workshops, meditation sessions, and community gatherings. It was a place where individuals could come to learn, practice, and share their journeys. The center also hosted annual mindfulness festivals, bringing together practitioners from various places to celebrate and deepen their practice. These festivals featured guest speakers, meditation sessions, and storytelling circles, fostering a sense of unity and shared growth. Leo's journey had come full circle. From the sleepless nights and constant anxiety he once faced, he had transformed into a guide and mentor, helping others find their paths to inner peace. The town, once a place of stress and hustle, had blossomed into a haven of mindfulness and compassion. One evening, as Leo sat in the garden of the Mindfulness Center, he reflected on his journey. He remembered the wisdom of Master Lin and the monks, the lessons of patience, resilience, and mindfulness that had guided him so far. He felt a profound sense of gratitude for the experiences and the people who had supported him along the way. Leo realized that the journey to inner peace was never-ending. It was a continuous process of learning, practicing, and sharing. And with each step, he was not only finding his own peace, but also helping others discover theirs. Leo's story became a testament to the power of mindfulness and the importance of community. The town thrived with a spirit of unity and compassion, and the ripple effect of Leo's journey continued to spread far and wide. The wisdom of Master Lin lived on, touching the lives of countless individuals and inspiring them to embrace the path of mindfulness and inner peace. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the town, Leo closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and exhaled slowly. The journey within had illuminated his path, and he knew that with mindfulness and gratitude, he could face whatever challenges lay ahead. As Leo reflected on his journey, he felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The sleepless nights and constant anxiety that once plagued him seemed like a distant memory. The teachings of Master Lin and the monks had not only transformed his own life, but had also created a positive ripple effect in his community. He understood now that true peace came from within, and that cultivating mindfulness and gratitude was an ongoing process. Leo's journey was a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of finding joy in the present moment. As he continued to practice mindfulness daily, he found that even the smallest tasks brought him a sense of joy and contentment. One evening, as Leo sat in his garden, he decided to write a letter to Master Lin, expressing his gratitude for the wisdom and guidance he had received. He recounted his journey, the lessons he had learned, and the positive impact it had on his life and community. Leo knew that Master Lin would be proud of the progress he had made and the lives he had touched. As Leo sealed the letter, he felt a sense of closure and accomplishment. He realized that the journey to inner peace was never truly over. It was an ongoing process of learning, growing, and sharing. Leo was committed to continuing his practice and helping others find their own paths to mindfulness and tranquility. In the following months, Leo continued to lead workshops, mentor individuals, and organize mindfulness retreats. He found immense joy in seeing others benefit from the practices he had learned. The sense of community and connection that had blossomed in the town was a constant source of inspiration for him. Leo also began to document his experiences and the teachings he had received in a journal. He hoped that one day his stories and insights could reach a wider audience and inspire even more people to embrace mindfulness and inner peace. The journal became a treasured companion, filled with reflections, lessons, and the wisdom he had gained from Master Lin and the monks. As Leo continued to practice mindfulness, he noticed that his responses to life's challenges had evolved. He approached obstacles with a calm and composed demeanor, finding solutions through patience and resilience. The teachings of Master Lin had become an integral part of his daily life, guiding him through both the joyful and difficult moments. One day, while leading a mindfulness session, Leo spoke to the participants about the importance of embracing the journey within. Mindfulness is not a destination, he said, but a continuous journey of growth and learning. By being present in each moment and practicing gratitude, we can find joy and peace in our lives. The participants listened intently, their faces reflecting the understanding and inspiration they felt. Leo knew that the lessons of mindfulness had touched their hearts, just as they had touched his own. As the sun set over the town, casting a warm golden glow, Leo closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and exhaled slowly. The journey to inner peace was ongoing, but he knew that with mindfulness and gratitude, he was well equipped to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Leo's dedication to mindfulness had not only transformed his own life, but also created a positive impact on his town and beyond. His workshops, mentorship programs, and retreats continued to inspire people to embrace the practices of mindfulness and gratitude. The town had become a beacon of peace and tranquility, attracting visitors from far and wide who sought to learn from Leo's teachings. One evening, as Leo sat by the garden's fountain, he reflected on the journey he had undertaken. The path to inner peace had been filled with challenges and uncertainties, but each step had brought him closer to the clarity and calm he now cherished. He knew that the lessons he had learned from Master Lin and the monks were invaluable, and he felt a deep sense of gratitude for their guidance. Leo's journal had become a treasure trove of wisdom and experiences. He decided to compile his reflections, parables, and insights into a book, hoping to reach a wider audience and inspire others to embark on their own journeys towards mindfulness and inner peace. As he wrote, Leo poured his heart into each page, sharing the transformative power of mindfulness and the importance of practicing gratitude. He included stories of his own journey, the wisdom of Master Lin, and the experiences of the many individuals he had met along the way. The book became a labor of love, a testament to the resilience and strength that could be found within. The book, titled The Journey Within, Embracing Mindfulness and Inner Peace, was published and received warmly by readers. It resonated with people from all walks of life, offering guidance and inspiration to those seeking tranquility amidst the chaos of modern living. Leo's words touched hearts and minds, creating a ripple effect of mindfulness and compassion. As Leo continued his practice, he found that the principles of mindfulness had become deeply ingrained in every aspect of his life. He approached each day with a sense of purpose and calm, finding joy in the present moment and gratitude for the simple pleasures that life offered. The success of the book led to invitations for Leo to speak at various events and seminars. He traveled to different places, sharing his journey and the teachings of Master Lin with a broader audience. Each interaction reinforced his belief in the transformative power of mindfulness and the importance of fostering a supportive community. One particular seminar, held at a large conference center, saw an overwhelming turnout. People from various backgrounds gathered to hear Leo's story and learn from his experiences. As he spoke, Leo felt a deep sense of connection with the audience, knowing that they were all part of a collective journey towards inner peace. After the seminar, Leo was approached by a young man named Rohan. He expressed his gratitude for Leo's teachings and shared his own struggles with anxiety and finding purpose. Leo listened with empathy and offered guidance, encouraging Rohan to embrace mindfulness and explore the journey within. In that moment, Leo realized that the journey to inner peace was never truly complete. It was a continuous process of learning, growing, and sharing. With each interaction, he was reminded of the profound impact that mindfulness could have on individuals and communities. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the town, Leo felt a sense of fulfillment and purpose. He knew that with mindfulness and gratitude, he could face whatever challenges lay ahead, always guided by the wisdom of Master Lin and the teachings of the journey within.